Thank you very much. Am I on? No, I'm not on. I'm on. Okay, thank you very much. Welcome to our 18th annual comedy night from Shomrei to our Synagogue. This is the first year that we're doing joint programming with Temple Aliyah.
It's Aliyah.
And just by applause, how many people are here affiliated with Shomrei Torah? Okay, pretty much the people in front. Great. And how many are affiliated with Temple Aliyah?
Aliyah.
Okay, well, then the merger is starting to take hold. Thank you very much. In honor of your presence here, I've invited one of my good friends, also a lawyer, and also a former stand-up comic, who was a past president of the Men's Club of Temple Aliyah.
Aliyah.
And a former president of the Temple Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yeah, right. Please welcome Bob Epsing.
Thanks, Marty.
Oh, great. Okay. This is for the film. Oh, you were supposed to be here. Okay. All right. Anyway, so thank you very much. Thank you for braving the weather. We're in the middle of the polar vortex and a bomb cyclone. And so I know you're thinking, it was 80 degrees today, but, with the wind chill factor, it was 80 degrees. So this is, of course, the 7th night of Hanukkah.
That's right.
And we'd like to begin tonight with the lighting of the Hanukkah with Hassan Joel Smith. And please join with him in the brachas.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh.
Thank you. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Okay, so I have I have a couple questions about how the communities of Aliyah and Shomrei Torah will get together. So I have some questions for you.
Sure.
And maybe you can see if these cultures are going to work together.
We'll see.
Okay, so first, at your temple.
Aliyah.
Yes. Do people have Christmas trees or Hanukkah bushes?
No, we don't.
Okay, just to check this out, how many people here from Aliyah have Hanukkah bushes?
Aliyah.
Or Christmas trees? By applause? Nobody. Okay, from Shomrei Torah, who has a Christmas tree or a Hanukkah bush?
Be honest.
You're lying. I know you're lying. Okay, all right, so here's another question.
Sure.
All right, so you have a dog rescue and you have 4 dogs.
Yes, we have 4 dogs right now.
From Aliyah, do you buy gifts for your dogs for each of the 8 nights?
No, we had a discussion with them earlier, and we decided they would only get 1 gift this year. We're in a recession.
So the dogs opted for a bigger gift instead of 8 small ones.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Now, is that right? Those from his temple.
Aliyah.
Yes, that's what I said. Did you buy gifts for all 8 nights for your pets? By applause. Nobody? All right. From Shomrei Torah, how many bought gifts for all 8 nights for their pets?
Yeah. Those are the same people that have the Christmas trees, too.
Yeah, probably the ones with Christmas trees. Okay. All right. Well, this is actually looking pretty good then. And, okay, the last question I guess I have is,
yes.
Do you light the candles from left to right or right to left?
Yes.
Okay, how many people from Aliyah are left to right? And how many people? Oh, okay, okay, a couple. And how many people from Shomrei Torah are left to right? Okay.
How many aren't paying any attention? Yeah.
All right. Well, we're all united in that, so it's time to bring up our first act. This is my favorite time of the year because I get to choose the comics who I know and who I've worked with and who are just terrific. And the first act is someone you might have seen on Netflix and Comedy Central. Please welcome Kira Soltanovich. Kira Soltanovich.
Keep clapping. Hi, everybody. Hey, hello, hello. It's very nice to be here. Hi, thank you, sir. Are you okay? You all right? You having your snacks? What's happening? You okay? Everyone had their food and drinks. There's a lot of water on the tables. Is there wine tonight, or what's going on? Are you guys all on ecstasy? Why so many bottles of water? What's going on? No wine. I didn't go to the. What's that? It's a cash bar? Okay, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. We have a non-union Santa Claus at a Jewish show. Fantastic. Hello, sir. Good to have you here. Hi. And this table has a lot of masks. I feel like you guys know something I don't know. What happened? Did COVID text you? I'm around the corner. Put it on. Makes me nervous. I always like to know what's happening. What's that? The case rate is, thank you, CNN ticker on the bottom of my set. Oh my gosh, 30%. That's insane. What are we doing here? Good question. What are you doing here? You wearing a mask? You're great. It's not gonna happen. Fantastic. Thank you for almost facing the stage, ma'am. Great. This is perfect. This is exactly how comedy should be, with a lot of bar mitzvah tables. Perfect. This is exactly. Can we make the audience brighter? I would love to see everyone's disappointment equally. I ask them, I go, turn all the lights down. I don't want to see any of the mashugana that's going to be happening out. Everyone's having their crackers. Hello, sir. Thank you. I feel like you have killed people. Am I right? Or you have a little bit of like a hitman look to you. Is that intentional? Or did you know that cases are at 30%? It's the second to right. Tomorrow's the last day of Hanukkah. It has been a good Hanukkah. Last night, relax. I'm a non-union Jew. All right. I knew this would happen if I came here. I knew what happened. It's like going to like a police station with expired tags. I am going to get in trouble. I will be getting a ticket tonight. The last night, second to last night. That's right. I have children. I have 2 kids. 7. I have a 7-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son. And if you don't have kids, if anyone out there does not have kids, you won the pandemic. So mazel tov, good for you. Because it was insane. It was absolutely insane. My 7-year-old was 4 when this all started, and she wasn't used to seeing me every day, and she would say weird prison things to me. Like, Mommy, you want to go take a shower together? No. I don't want someone at crotch height poking and asking questions. I don't. Why does yours look weird, Mommy? Because of you. You did this. So do you have kids, sir? You have kids? You have great grandchildren. What do you? All of the above? How many grandkids do you have? Oh gosh, do you want to ask? Do you want to phone a friend? What's happening? Who's behind you? Your attorney? What's happening? How many do you have? 4. Wonderful. And how old are your children? These questions are hard. They're hard. Do you want to use your fingers? I won't tell. It's dark. 50 and 57. Aren't they adorable at that age? Aren't they so cute? Oh, and they're paying quarterly taxes. Such a big boy. 50 and 57. That's amazing. Is this your wife behind you here? Do you got to go check and make sure? Is she your night nurse? What's happening? Are you his wife? Yes, ma'am. How long you been married? 57 years. Whew, you made it right under the. You got a 57-year-old. What happened? You guys. Did you have a chuppah at the hospital? What happened? How did he propose, ma'am? Were you peeing on one of those sticks? And he's like, I have a question for you in 2 minutes. Or I don't have a question. Wonderful. Was it romantic when he proposed? No, it wasn't. What happened? Were you dilated? Is that what? He's what's that? 56. He's Oh, you see how she wanted to correct, to make sure. Don't worry, it's all right. Hey, no one's judging. Well, we're all judging, but it's fine. She's like, he's mistaken, it's not his. That's what I thought you were going to say. Wonderful. So what did you say when you proposed, sir? Can you remember? You're what? You were adorable. I love you. What's your name? Jim. Very nice Jewish name. Is it really Chaim? And you're like, let me Americanize this a little bit. I have a friend who just converted, by the way, to Judaism, and she is so excited. And I was just like, what did they teach you? That's not... She literally high-fived me. She's like, I did it. I converted. I'm a Jew. High five. And I go, they taught you nothing. It's not what we do. We're not excited. Here's how you should react. I'm a Jew. What are you going to do? It happens. My husband's not Jewish. I know, don't worry, I'm leaving soon. Anyways, I don't want you guys chasing me out of here. He's not Jewish, and when the COVID all happened, he all of a sudden lost his mind. He was like, we have to plant a garden in our backyard. And I was like, I'm not a farmer. Do you understand? He wanted us to have crops in our backyard, and then when nothing grew, he was mad at me. He's like, nothing's growing. And I said, look at this Jew face. What can I grow? Anxiety. That's it. What do you expect? I'm not a farmer. I was churning my own butter. I was churning butter. I had a mustache. I was Amish by the end of 2020. I am of the Soviet variety. Any Soviet Jews here? 2. Good job, West Hills. Good. Keep them out. You're right. Where are you from, the 2 people that clapped? Do you guys have a translator? What's happening? Was it a long time ago? All right, good. You guys, this is my last night of doing stand-up. I just want to let you guys know, you broke me. Congrats. Congratulations. You're right. I should go back to school. I was born in, what's that? No, good. I was born in Ukraine. Let's talk about it. I know, don't get all sad. But thank you for changing your profile pic to the flag. It really helped. Putin was going to send more rockets. He's like, hold on, have you seen Facebook? They really mean business. All my friends in LA are fellow moms. And so it's really difficult for me because all I hang out with are these like really progressive LA moms. You know, they're all like, you know, just super like positive parenting and you can't yell at your kids. Why not? It hurts their feelings. I know. That's why I do it. But I'm pretending to be like them because I'm not like them. I'm not all like, you know, super crunchy granola. Like I have an angry Soviet inside of me. And every day I'm just pushing her down. Pretend, no, Olga, нет, be nice. So here's the thing. I'm going to start to get dirty just to wake you guys up a little bit. And you can't blame me from this point on. Blame yourselves. There we go. I don't care. The check might not cash, but at this point, I wish, okay. I moved to a cul-de-sac during COVID, which is a French word. You guys, I don't know if you guys know what it means. It means, where the hell all these kids come from? Whose goddamn kids are these? There are kids on scooters. They don't even live there. They just scooter in this cul-de-sac. They just scooter around every day in a circle in this cul-de-sac, and then they come into my house uninvited. I don't want them in there. Uninvited. They come into my every day. What's for snack? What's your name? I don't know you. Who are you? I'm not feeding you. I don't have enough EpiPens for all your necks. I'm not feeding a kid in 2022. Are you kidding me? I'm allergic to dust. Get the hell out. Get out. Not dying in my house. They are so, like, there's a cul-de-sac culture where they just come in and they don't think they ever have to leave. So I want them out of my house. Here's what I did. I think it's pretty smart. I registered as a sex offender. Now I have paperwork. Get out. Get out before I touch you. Get out! Do you see how they laughed when I said sex? And it's because I thought I had to be squeaky clean, but they want it. All right, so we're going that direction. Or maybe not. Do you guys know this was a comedy show, or what did you guys think? Are we all sitting Shiva and no one told me? What is happening tonight? Is this a fundraiser for tears? What's happening? Non-union Santa, what's happening? Are you part of Shomrei? How do you say this place? Shomrei. It doesn't have like a consonant to land on. It's just Shomrei. Are you part of the congregation here, sir? 20. That's a long time. Wow, that's very good. And you're from Los Angeles. Okay, thank you, Jose. I don't know why we had to bring Mexicans into this. You from Chicago? Yeah, and you have a job out here? You work? You're retired. What did you used to do? You're full of jokes. Good. You guys might be the worst fucking audience. I'll be honest. I'm just going to be honest. No skin off my back. What did you used to do? Not as little as possible. You did something. Human resources. You have that amazing human resources kind of energy. I like it. Very, very personable. My parents are driving me crazy. I moved them both down to Los Angeles to be here, to be closer to me, and what a mistake. Because they're like, you have to understand, everything that we know about Russian people, right? And now, like, they're the bad guys. It's for a reason. Everything my parents say, nothing comes out nice. It's all aggressive. It doesn't matter what they say to me. It comes out violent. Happy birthday. What the Am I in trouble? I made the mistake of allowing my Soviet mom in the room with me as I was having babies. Big mistake. Everything that I was going through in modern day America, she compared to what she went through in the USSR. Oh, you have baby in hospital. Okay, excuse me. Big shot. It's okay. Big shot. I have baby on a bus. And I am driving this bus. Somebody get her out of here. I got the epidural. I don't know if anyone Here, yes, yeah. It's hard because in LA, again, they try to talk you out of it. Don't do the drugs. When you feel the baby, when you feel the labor, just connect your uterus to the earth. What? That epidural came in the room and I was like, put it in my eye. Just put it directly, in my cornea. And of course, my mom's in the corner of the room criticizing. Oh, you need epidural. Oh, the baby hurt you. Okay. I don't have epidural when I have you. You know what they give for me? Punch me in face. My God, get her out of here. And the epidural wears off. And I didn't know that, so I asked my husband for another one. And he said, they're expensive. You go find a Groupon for epidurals. All right. I got to get out of here soon. What's happening? You coughing in public? Jesus Christ. I coughed on a plane recently. Everyone turned around and they were like, get her! And I said, it's tuberculosis! And everyone calmed down. They're like, that's fine. That's fine. I was like, there's 30% increase. They were like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. All right. How's it going? How are you? You might be the youngest person here. Holy cow. Everyone's going to be asking you for a ride home. Are you someone's kid? Those are your parents? That's sweet. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. You grew up here in LA? Yeah. No way. What? We're going to make out in the parking lot. Are you kidding? Born in Ukraine? That's it. You're my best friend. Really? So that means your parents are from Ukraine. You're adopted. Oh, is this going to be a sad story? What happened? Oh, God. Oh, God. It can't be any sadder than my set. Why don't you just tell it? It might cheer people up. This crowd might be that kind of crowd where they're like, ha, 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 nobody wanted you. I don't know. They're a little demented. I have no idea this set. That's so wonderful. Hi, parents. Hey, how's it going? Okay, I can't tell if anyone's smiling. It's everyone. You guys actually remind me a lot of my dad because he's also very disappointed in me. So I feel great right now. And what's your name, young man? Greg. Fantastic. What part of the Ukraine? Okay, you just made that up. That is not Zaporozhye. That's what? That's like ask your doctor if Zaporozhye is right for you. May include vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, ulcers, divorce. What? That's wonderful. Very good. And how old were you when you were adopted? What? Okay, so you don't remember. You weren't like 15 and a half. Like, finally, God, guys. I'm glad you got your money together. I have a friend who's adopting right now. All I know is that it's expensive. Or maybe not. Ukrainian baby. Are Ukrainian babies on sale? What's happening over there? Is it? You have a job, Greg? You work? No, you're at school? Very nice. What school do you go to? What? Embry Riddle? Oh, I love riddles. Is there? No, that's not it. What is it? It's a school? It's a real school? Like a place you go? It's a flight school. Oh, okay, yes, I have heard of it. So you're going to be a pilot? Yeah, and just fly back to Ukraine. You got to go back. You got to. Oh, that's wonderful. So that's what you're studying, to be a pilot. Amazing. What year are you? You're a senior, so you can fly, right? Like you could, if anything happened, like on a Southwest flight, you're like, I got this. I got my books in my backpack, and I can figure out a few buttons, right? You could figure it out, right? You could? That's exciting. How do they start you? What do they start you? Slow, like helicopter? Like, how does it work? Small, like a little zzz, like battery operated, something? No, yeah. No, you got to like sit in one of those simulators, right? That's fantastic. When do you graduate? This year? In May. Amazing. Mazel, that's good. Wonderful. Thank you for your I don't know if it's service. I don't know if it's thank you for flying American Airlines in the future. I appreciate it. Try not to bounce too much on the landing. That's all we're asking for. Very good. I see the light. Trust me. It's like a beacon of joy for me to get the light. Oh no, I gotta wrap it up, guys. I know, I've been having so much fun. All right, let's wrap it up. I really do have a positive parenting class in the morning, so I gotta go. No, I really do. Even on Christmas, they're serious. They are very serious. Here's what they teach you in positive parenting class. This is what they teach you. When your kids are on the floor at Target, losing their mind because you won't buy them something, you can't call it a tantrum. That's a shame word. Again, I know. Here's what you do. You get down on their level. You got to talk to them down here. Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. You got to call your kid friend, Santa. Friend. Hey, friend. Hey, are you having feelings? And the whole time I'm like, Olga, remember what they teach you. You have to be nice in America. Because you can't hit your kids in public. No. I would never. I was hit as a kid, so I would never. But there's no reason why one of you can't hit my kids. Where is that app? Where is it? Come on, Uber Beats? Come on. No, normally what I do in that situation, my kids are losing their mind because I won't buy them something, right? I get down on their level. I believe in that, talking to them, right? Eye to eye. And then I use my lower satanic register of my voice. Get the hell off the floor. I will drag you out of here. Friend. You guys, I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Soltanovich. Kara Soltanovich. Thank you very much. A couple ground rules. Masks are optional. And so we do have refreshments in the back. We have the bar. Drinks are $4. We have complimentary soft drinks. And there are some, you'll see more at intermission, a sweet table in back. So bathrooms are over here. The show is structured with 2 acts and then intermission, 15 minutes when you can go to the bathroom, and 2 more acts after intermission. Also, we're pleased to announce we have 50 families watching at home on the internet. Thank you very much. You guys know, yeah. So you guys know where your bathrooms are and where your refreshments are. So. Okay, so to introduce our next act, the lovely and talented Bob Epstein.
Thanks. Yeah, so, I retired after practicing law for 30 years during the pandemic. And about 6 months ago, my wife and I took over running a rescue for Australian Shepherds. And after doing it for a while, it occurred to me that it's a lot like practicing law, except the clients actually appreciate what we're doing for them these days. And they don't crap on my floor anymore. So anyway, so you've seen her on the Late Late Show, and she's also the author of How to Be Depressed, a guide. She's headlining all over the country, and you are really privileged to have the opportunity to see her tonight. Give a big welcome to Dana Eagle.
Fantastic, and let's hear it once more for Kira. Yes, this is wonderful. Oh, you guys, this is so nice. It's so nice to be in the place I've been telling my mom I'm going for all of the major holidays. Oh, now I'll be able to describe it in detail. This is fantastic. Good. This is great, right? This is so good. We get to do this. We get to go back to being together, get to go back to, hating everyone in person. That's what it's all about. That was worth being vaccinated for, and I use that term loosely because I got Johnson & Johnson. So, yeah, I could have just had Robitussin, and it would have done the same thing. And it's so weird because before I got vaccinated, everybody said, Dana, are you scared? Are you scared to be vaccinated? And I was like, I'm a gay bipolar Jew with a lazy eye. What's a vaccine going to do to me? I grew up in New Jersey. We ate fast food with the hormones in it. No meat, just hormones. I went through puberty in first grade. I'm like, bring it on, vaccine. Show me what you got. Yeah, that's right. My friend Shelby, she's anti-vax, but we love her. We support her. You have to, because you always need one canary in the COVID mine. Hey, how bad is that new variant? I don't know. Let's call Shelby. You know, she's one of those people where she's organic, vegan, but gets Botox. Yeah. That's what we should have done. We should have combined the vaccine with the Botox. All the women would have been vaccinated. Yeah, and most of the men, there you go. There you go. By the way, I have started traveling again, and I discovered this in Los Angeles. The women, they get Botox, but in Ohio, they get bangs. Yes, yes, much more economical, much more economical. But no, I learned a lot from my friend Shelby. I really did. I learned a lot. Like now, I tell my family that I'm anti-vax just so that I don't have to see them. Yeah. It doesn't work. They're not troubled by modern science, and I should have known. I should have known because my mom quit smoking the day I was born. Oh, you're familiar with that? Yeah. She knew about the dangers of secondhand smoke, so she thought she'd just mainline it to me for 9 months. And then growing up, everyone's like, Dana, you're so thin. And I was like, no, I am Virginia Slim. Yeah, that's right. That's how I got my lazy eye. This side of the room knows. So, yeah, that's right. It's kind of cool. Let's see. I can't. Oh, now I see all of you. There you are. There you are. That's good. All right. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You have glasses, too. What are you, nearsighted, farsighted? You're what? Well, okay, enough that nobody knows who I'm talking to. So, no, you could both go. Nearsighted, farsighted, right here. You're nearsighted. And what are you? You're the same. Oh, okay. Does anyone have the farsighted? No. Okay, you guys knew right like that. A lot of people don't know. They get very confused. They're like, I don't know, I can't see if you put it, because they're confusing terms, right? Like nearsighted means you can't see things far away, like happiness. And then people who are farsighted, they could see happiness, but only when it's just out of reach. But they're very confusing terms, nearsighted, farsighted. Whoever came up with that was very short-sighted. So, yeah, that's right. I just went to the eye doctor. Very weird eye doctor's appointment. First of all, they asked me to put on a gown. That's not right. I didn't like that at all. But I'm one of those people, I had to stay sheltered in place for the entire pandemic because I'm immunosuppressed and lazy, it turns out. And right at the beginning of the pandemic, my neighbor, she brought me an orchid. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to keep two things alive. But then she said, no, you could do it. You just put an ice cube in it once a week because I guess she likes her orchids neat. And... but here's the thing. I don't cook, so I couldn't make any ice, and it didn't make it. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want her to know, so I just, I went outside, I threw it in front of a truck, and I made it look like an accident. So, and then I thought about, did anyone get a dog during the pandemic? Did anyone do that? No? Did you rent a dog from the shelter? I almost got one, but I went to the shelter website, and they were all pit bulls. Yeah, every single one was a pit bull. And they don't call them a pit bull. What they do is they call it a mix. And what it is it's a mix of two pit bulls. And the dead giveaway is that the profile picture is of the dog sleeping like a little angel with a bunch of beanie babies around it. And then in the other pictures, the dog is playing, but you never see those beanie babies again. The dog's just working out on a Bowflex. I was like, I think that might be too much dog for me. My friend said, you could do it. She said, if the dog gets agitated, they'll give you one of those crates. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to fit in that thing. So I wanted to see, well, what other animals do they have? And I swear to God, the LA shelter, I don't know what was going on, but somebody lost their pony. They had a pony at the LA shelter. And I live in West Hollywood. I'm like, I could bring a pony. Nobody would look twice. We hang out in my one bedroom. It would be awesome. We'd go out on my balcony. By the way, it was part pit bull. It was a pit pony, and it ate all the My Little Ponies. Okay. Oh, I know. Sorry, vegans. I know. Sorry about that. That was very dark. But we can get darker if you want. I have the bipolar disorder. Anybody else? If you're bipolar and you know it, clap your hands. All right, on. Perfect rhythm over there. Great. Over there, I don't know. It's a little more schizophrenic. Try this. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, lithium, 4 little, 5 little, 6. My brother was so excited when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He's like, come on, let's go to Vegas and count cards. I was like, that's autism, you idiot. That's a wrong disease. Instead, he bought me a mood ring, but it died of exhaustion. So, but by the way, I asked that in Miami. I said, is anybody bipolar? And this guy shouted back, I'm bilingual. And I was like, oh, bueno. But I don't know. I have. There's different kinds. There's bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and then whatever that person over there has. I have bipolar 2 disorder. That's a sequel, never as good as the original. And it's more of the depression, and it's sad when depression runs in the family, mostly because it knocks out so many baby names like Hope, Faith, Joy. They're like, let's just go with Dana. My Hebrew name is So, but they've done studies now. A lot of people are suffering from the depression. That's what they said. Did a study, found out 80% of us suffer from depression. Where are you? 80%? Hold up your hands. 80% suffer from depression. The other 20% of you cause it. Yeah, you should have held up your hand on that first one. I don't know. We do get good pills. I love my pills. I can't wait till my pills are on Amazon and it goes, people who bought Xanax also bought. Oh, that'll be great. But a lot of these pills, they're expensive. They're so expensive. I went to go pick up anti-anxiety drugs, and the doctor wrote it out for name brand. Name brand anti-anxiety drugs, $200. $200. I was like, a bottle of vodka is only $6. Grey Goose has made real advancements in this field, and they don't require proof of insurance. I'm not going to even ask if you guys are insured. I know you are. That's why my mom let me join this temple. Thinks I joined this temple. I was here for all of the holidays. You guys better have me covered. Everything, even the ones I don't know about, which is most of them. California, we have insurance. They have Kaiser health insurance, right? Is that Kaiser? They're supposed to be very good, Kaiser. I think they are because I've seen their commercials. They go, Kaiser, live long and thrive. I have Blue Cross. Their slogan is, you've had a good run. Yeah. If I actually get sick, they're like, oh, no. A doctor? That's not on your plan. Did you try calling your mom? I did that. Okay, that is a $40 copay. What? That's not right. And every year they send me this booklet. They send me this big, involved booklet called the Explanation of Benefits. And I tried to read it, but it's like an algebra equation. It's like if a train leaves Cleveland at 5 o'clock, traveling 180 miles an hour, and it hits you, you're not covered. And why do they call them memorial hospitals? That's not very encouraging. I don't want to go there at all. That is a terrible place to go. Man, I should have tried. I find it so strange now, too, when I go to the grocery store, they still want me to donate money to different causes. Like, after everything that happened, they want me to donate. And I'm like, what? And the worst is when they name the cause because you can't say no without feeling like a jackass. So now I just go for it. They'll be like, you guys could do this too. They'll be like, hey, you want to donate money to heart disease? And I'm like, actually, that doesn't run in my family. What do you have in lower back pain? Do you want to donate money to MS? I've been saving up for shingles. Do you want to donate money to help save the environment? I don't have children, which makes me feel like I've done my part. They're like, what about the Arctic polar bears? I'm like, what about the Los Angeles bipolar bears? I can't do it. I can't help anyone out because all of the fundraisers now, they're all like these sporting events, right? It's like run for MS, run for diabetes, no runs for asthma. Yeah. My friend asked me to do a walk for melanoma. I was like, well, shouldn't that be indoors? Yeah, there you go, pale Jewish people. And a lot of the walks, they're long. They're long. Breast cancer is a 3-day walk, and I only have 2 boobs. And ladies, let me be the one to say, I think you double D should have to walk farther than the rest of us. Through sprinklers, with your t-shirts on. We would raise a lot of money. We would. There's one cause that's very close to my heart. This year, I lost a few friends to babies. It's a very debilitating disease. They suffer from exhaustion. They can't complete full sentences without mentioning Zoe, Chloe, Aiden, or Jaden. My question is why? Why do we congratulate people when they have kids? Shouldn't we wait and see how they turn out first? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of my friends' kids. I do. I like a lot of my friends' kids. But then there's always those 1 or 2 where you're like, that one should have been a blowjob. I didn't think I was going to do that one. Kara was like, just live. And I was like, okay. This is not my fault, though, right? It's not my fault because other than Kira, no one ever tells their kids to stop anything anymore. Did you notice that? Yeah, I was at the airport. This kid was barking. No one said anything. Everyone just acted like it was totally normal. And I did. I spoke up. I was like, hey, your kid is barking. She got all mad at me. She goes, he's 2. And I said, oh, okay, well, if he starts humping my leg later, then we're going to have to put him down. I wasn't allowed to bark when I was growing up. We could pee on the neighbor's lawn, but that was it. I grew up as a latchkey kid. That's like a legal term for neglect. And, yeah, my parents were not around a whole lot. And I grew up with an angry dad, you know. He was very angry, I think because he had it rough growing up. Like, when he was growing up, he used to have to walk 20 miles to school in 5 feet of snow, and he was only 4 feet tall. He calls me up now, but he'll never ask me about myself. Like, we spoke today, and all I'll ever say to him is, how's your car doing? How's your car doing? I'm like, well, Dad, the car is experiencing feelings of low self-esteem and financial distress. It burns when the car pees. The car could use a new computer and probably a new car. Okay. It's been a rough year, right? It's been rough, man. I decided this, when I have kids, I'm going to speak to them in a foreign accent. I'm going to tell them I came to this country to make a better life for them. Because otherwise, what am I going to do? Tell them I came from a world of privilege and I've whittled it down to this. Eat your ramen noodles, kids. We got cans to collect. So, yeah, I'm my grandfather, also from Russia, Belarus, and he came here. He came here in the early part of the 20th century. He came here with only $10 in his pocket, and today I could really use that $10. So, my mom's very concerned about what I'm doing. She's like, you have to start thinking about some long-term financial plans. You got to start thinking about it. Long-term financial plans. I called her up. I said, all right, I thought about it. You're going to need some more life insurance. Yeah, I know. I didn't do it right. Because I'm a nerd, but I'm not the right kind of nerd. I'm not like a software visionary nerd. I'm more like a walk into a plate glass window nerd. We're not as celebrated or as rich. I know, it's just a room full of people that made good choices, probably. I will say this though about technology, because I do love technology. I will say this: I don't think those driverless cars are going to work, right? Yeah, because what's a driverless car? It's a robot. The same chip that is in a robot is in a driverless car, and robots can't read street signs. And I know that because every time I go to a new website, they have me confirm that I'm not a robot by first having me identify street signs. And then if I screw it up, they're like, all right, let's just go with other cars. So this is good. This is our most relaxing. Everyone's always like, so what do you do for Christmas? And I'm like, relax, have a good time, just don't have to go anywhere, be annoyed by people. I was born, I guess I didn't say that, I was born Jewish, but raised Aquarius. Yeah. Growing up Jewish, we're always told that we're the chosen people, right? That's what our parents teach us, that we are the chosen people. But then we get to gym class and find out not so much. Yeah. Except for dodgeball. There I was a first-round pick. They're like, get on the front line. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't come from a very religious family. Our favorite Jewish holiday, of course, is Christmas. And I don't know. Christian people always come up to me around the holidays. They always try and make us feel better about our holiday. And then I have to explain to them, you Christian people have one day of enormous amounts of expensive gifts. We got 8 nights of cheap shit. I remember one year on the first night, opening night, I got a pencil. On the second night, I got the eraser. On the last night, they handed me their taxes. We owed, who knew? Actually, last year for Hanukkah, my dad got me dating for dummies. Yeah. So this year I got him gift buying for assholes. He already owned it. No, I didn't get him that. I got some FTX crypto for him. I don't know why I'm like, that stuff does not look good for us. We shouldn't, but wow, that was some crazy stuff. Yeah. So don't tell my mom, I'm an atheist now, but I'm Orthodox. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to believe. It's so, I do feel very spiritual when I travel. I do. I think it's because when I'm in the airport, all around me, I see people just rising up out of wheelchairs, and I'm like, holy crap, there must have been a lot of healings today. What other miracles will there be? Maybe my flight will leave on time. But my last flight, I was sitting next to this girl named Stacy, and she wanted to talk to me about Jesus. And she said, are you a follower of Jesus? And I said, I didn't even know he had a Twitter account. Yeah. I mean, Instagram, obviously, because he has all those great stories. But, like, I wanted to see, like, I'm always curious. So I, like, just wanted to see what she was offering, because it seems like all the religions have something different, right? Like the Methodists, they have a great little flea market on Sundays, and the Baptists have a terrific brunch, and Verizon gives you a free phone with a 1-year contract. Completely unrelated, just a good deal. I thought you should know about it. So I wanted to see what she was offering. She told me that if I accept Jesus, that when I die, I'll go to heaven, be reunited with my whole family, and we could live together for all eternity. I said, that sounds like hell to me. It's like, no wonder Jesus rose from the dead. He's like, I'm not hanging out with Uncle Larry. I don't want to hear about his politics forever. Man. I make fun of my family. I do. I love them. I do. I love my family. I just saw them, and there's nothing like time with your family to make you cancel your membership to Ancestry.com. Yeah, I don't think I need to find any more of these clowns. Okay, they really want me to go now. Okay, I gotta go. It's been we got through a lot of stuff. I really appreciate you. It's been a rough year. It's been rough. My mom, she sends me packages, but she's a little forgetful. So I called her. I was like, thanks for the package, and I go, thanks for the Pam spray, and she goes, that's where my Pam spray went. And she sent me another package, and it had like this candy in it and stuff, and the receipt. And I guess she forgot she bought me a card. So now I have a card that says, so many people believe in you, signed by no one. So many people believe in you, no one was willing to put it in writing. Okay. Do we have time for the song? Yeah, all right, let's do a song. You said yes, like you thought I could sing. And I used to be in musical theater, but I was asked to leave. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Thank you so much, Matt. Matt, hit it. Yeah. Right back to the beginning. Oh, I should have left on that card joke. There we go. Come on, this one's for you guys. Yeah. Who can take the bad day of a disappointed Jew with the serotonin reuptake inhibitor to the psychopharmacologist can. The psychopharmacologist can. The psychopharmacologist can, cause he mixes up the drugs and makes my world look good. The psychopharmacologist takes everyday make gratifying and fictitious ambitious. Now you talk about bipolar wishes. Stay out of my medicine cabinet, bitches. Yeah. Could make a funeral seem like New Year's Eve. Collect up all the sorrow at the bottom's my esteem. The psychopharmacologist can. Dr. Rosenbush can. Dr. Rosenbush can, cause he mixes up the drugs and makes my world look good. My world looks good cause Anthem Blue Cross always thinks it should. Yeah, my world looks good cause Dr. Rosenbush, Anthem Blue Cross, and CVS Pharmacy all come together. Now, they don't cover your eyes, they don't cover your teeth. But other than that, you're fine. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, diarrhea. Good night, everyone.
Danny Eagle. Very funny. Thank you so much. Danny Eagle. Okay, thanks everybody. Okay, we're going to take a 15-minute intermission. And so the bathrooms are there, refreshments are there, the bar is there. Please make sure you tip the bartenders, because they've given up their Christmas Eves to help us celebrate our holidays. So please tip the bartenders. And thanks, we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. I'm the one that has you laughing.
He came from somewhere back in how long ago. The sentimental fool don't see, trying hard to recreate what had yet to be created. Once in her life, she musters a smile for his nostalgic tale. Never coming near what he wanted to say, only to realize it never really was. She had a place in his life. He never made her think twice. As she rises to her apology, anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. What a fool believes he sees. No wise man has the power to reason away what seems to be is always better than nothing, and nothing at all. Keep sending him somewhere back in how long ago, where he can still believe there's a place in her life. Someday, somewhere, she will she anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. What a fool believes. He sees the wise man has the power to reason away. But if love can come and love can go, I can't know which time is wrong. Who got the power and nothing at all? Oh, now, what a fool believes. I believe she's never gone away. Yeah, the wise man has the power to reason away. Oh, if love can come and love can go, oh, now, see the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. See the paper laying on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walk on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune, and I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking on the plates for two. Feel the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2-minute warning for the intermission, and we'll be starting the show up again in 2 minutes. The bar is still open, and after that, please find your seats. Thank you.
She'll only come out at night, lean and hungry, tired. Nothing is new. I've seen her here before. Watching her waiting, she's sitting with you, but her eyes are on the door. So many are paid to see what you think you get it for free. The woman is wild, she can't tame by the perfect jaguar. Money's a matter. If you're in it for love, you ain't gonna get too far. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Marty Rudoy.
Thank you very much. This is my favorite part of the show. I've been trying to book our next act, our next comic, for 18 years. She's been on Carson, she's been on Leno, she's been on Kimmel, and she's just one of my favorite comics. I met her in 1992 when I was writing for a show on Fox. Please welcome the very funny, very talented Wendy Liebman. Wendy Liebman. Thank you.
Back. How about it for Marty and all the comedians that you saw, Kira and Dana? I did not know what to wear tonight. I never know what to wear. I got a phone call and the guy was like, "What are you wearing? What are you wearing?" I was like, "I can't decide." I didn't even know if I should wear white to my wedding because you're not supposed to wear white if you've always been kind of a sloppy eater. So I usually wear black, all black. It goes with every stain. And my husband goes, "Why do you dress like a mime?" And I'm like, I don't even have a lot of clothes, but I have 2 of everything in different sizes because my weight fluctuates. Because I'm the type of person that gains weight just by looking at a cake that I'm finishing. So for example, I have a little black dress with spaghetti straps and then a larger black dress with lasagna straps. I have a bikini and a poncho. I do have a bikini, though. It's a 3-piece. It's a top, a bottom, and a blindfold, so I don't have to see myself. You guys, I feel like a rock star. Yes, I'm here, finally, after all these years. I might even trash my hotel room later. I once did that in 30 years of performing. I trashed my hotel room. I was drunk, and then I remembered I was at my in-laws. I've been thinking of what to get everybody for the holidays. Yeah, because it's the thought that counts. Somebody gave me a gift certificate, and so I got some perfume. I wish you could, can you smell it? It's good, right? It's called Channel 5. I got it at the dollar store. No? Yes, usually this time of year, my husband and I go back to New York and we see some shows and we see the Nutcracker, not the ballet, my mother. I love my mother. We're very close genetically. And I got my sense of humor from my mother. That's why she doesn't have one anymore. She said I was always funny. My lemonade stand had a 2-drink minimum. And she said when I was little I was going to run away, but I got scared. I panicked. So I just asked everybody else in the house to move out. That's my favorite joke of mine. My mom's an actress. So I was raised by her understudy. She's not an actress, really. She's a therapist, so it's no wonder I'm in therapy. I'm from New York. Other New Yorkers? Long Island, Roslyn, 110 Crescent Lane. Actually, my next door neighbor from there is here. Is he here, Mitchell? Dax? He really did grow up next door. Were you 118 or 100 Crescent Lane? You terrorized me. And I'm the youngest, so I always got hand-me-downs and secondhand smoke. And and I had these thick Coke bottle glasses. I don't know if you remember that, Mitchell. I had thick Coke bottle glasses, but they were the knockoff kind. They were RC Cola. And I had buck teeth and scoliosis, but I wanted to be a go-go dancer and a notary public. My grandmother said, just do what you love and the money will follow. Do what you love. And she loved rich men. And even as a little girl, I was like, Grandma, it's easier just to work. My dad's funny. I was performing at a soap makers convention, and he asked if they wanted me to work clean. I thought that. Thank you. Growing up, we had a swear jar in our kitchen because I swore a lot. I whispered it, but every time we swore, we had to put like a quarter in the jar. And then at the end of the year, we took the money and we went to the fucking Bahamas. I was supposed to go back to New York for a class reunion recently, my class reunion from kindergarten, but I didn't want to go because since kindergarten, I've put on like 100 pounds. I lost 2 pounds just recently, mostly bone loss, but I'm okay with that. So it is Saturday, right? Saturday. That's what it said on my pill caddy, so I'm going with that. I'm always worried that I skipped a day by accident, and then I'm at the wrong show. And I could have scurvy. But I know I'm at the right show. I think we're all in the right place. I've gotten very spiritual as I've gotten older because the material thing didn't work out. but I know I'm in the right place because I actually see friends in the audience. And at my age, that's what it's all about, right? Being able to see. My vision is getting worse. Even my hindsight isn't 20/20. I see some masks. Yeah. My husband still wants me to wear a mask 24/7. It's a mask of Jennifer Aniston. Speaking of friends, she has great hair. Doesn't she have great hair? I think life is partly about figuring out your hair. I was blonde for a little while. I had too much fun. Wasn't for me. My grandmother was ahead of her time, but not on purpose. Like, she had blue hair. And she also put the rotary phone in her purse. So ahead of her time, inadvertently, she was on the right track. And martinis. My grandmother said, don't marry for money, divorce for money. That's what she said. I found money recently. Yeah, I was at Starbucks. There was a guy there, he had he was totally bald. And on his head, he had a tattoo that said to pay. But I found money, $20, just sitting there in the tip jar. I was like, $19.46. Remember the first time you got a coffee there? Because coffee, I remember when it used to be less than $1 coffee. And the guy my first time I got a latte, the guy was like, that'll be $4.60. I'm like, $4.60? Keep the coffee, because that woke me up. Thank you. I'm never awake until I have 2 cups of coffee and a nap. So before this, I was in Alaska. Yeah, for 3 days and 6 nights. I stayed at the One Season. I had never been at such a fancy hotel, but it was so fancy. In the health club, they had a spiral Stairmaster, and I thought that was too fancy. But the walls were thin, paper thin, in the hotel room. And all night, the woman in the next room was spooning me. And do you know what spooning is? Just wasn't funny. She was probably trying to keep warm. It was cold in Alaska. I like being hot. I like sweating. Is that too much information? I like sweating without having to exercise. So I like a sauna, yeah, or a really long audit. So, thank you, table 13. So I flew here holding my emotional support box of Cheez-Its, family size. Anybody else a Cheez-Its addict, right? Oh my God, I have no off switch. My husband will attest. I was scared, I was nervous flying. It was an old plane. There were ashtrays. And yeah, and there were 2 people in the bathroom joining the Mile High Club, which I thought was so ironic because we were on Virgin. And remember when you could smoke on a plane? Yeah, I know. You still can. But they fine you $2,200, I found out. I loved to smoke cigarettes. I haven't for many years, but I loved smoking cigarettes. This woman came up to me once and she was like, "Miss, your cigarette, it's bothering me." And I'm thinking to myself, isn't it obvious I don't care about me? Why would I care about you? So I quit. Actually, one New Year's. I quit on New Year's. I just made a decision. I wanted to be nicer to myself. That's what all resolutions are. You want to be a little nicer to yourself. I quit. I used the patch, and it didn't work at first. So I ended up adding them. And by the end, I had 6 patches on my mouth. And so I don't smoke anymore. They say people smoke more weed now than cigarettes. Table 13. I heard that they're showing that cannabis has been shown to slow down the progression of cancer cells. And I'm like, that's because the cancer cells are like, what were we doing again? I liked your answer better, stoned. Can I buy that? So, what? It's free. So one other New Year's Eve, I was on a plane at midnight, and they handed out noisemakers to everyone who didn't have a baby. And they could have just handed out a baby. Anybody else take the COVID test at home and go, whew, I'm not pregnant? I never had a baby. I couldn't have kids, according to my dumb landlady. I didn't have kids, but I helped raise my husband's 2 sons, and I saw them over Thanksgiving. We were at one of their friends' houses, this woman who works at Apple, and I accidentally fell into her pool, and she put me in rice. So my stepsons and I get along great now, but when they were little, they used to say things like, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my mother. You know, because they heard my husband saying that to me. So now we're empty nesters, and we spent the whole lockdown, my husband and I spent it alone. It's amazing we're both alive. He wanted one of these big screen TVs, and I just pushed his chair closer to the set we already had. I couldn't love my husband more. Well, I could, but I don't. But we're actually codependent, my husband and I. We play solitaire together. And he would never cheat on me, ever. I know he's never cheated on me in 20 years. Yeah, because I make him wear a body cam. And the body camera, okay, that's not that funny. I don't know. I'm working on that. But we rescued 2 dogs. They're called Jindo. Has anybody ever heard of them? They're from Korea. They're a very different breed. They're very loyal and self-cleaning. And they're at home now eating a table. But I couldn't love them more, Jackson and Gemma. Before Jackson and Gemma, we had JJ. He was a Bichon poodle. And he was as trainable as a carrot. And we got him at a rescue in Beverly Hills. Yeah, I saw another dog there wearing Crest white strips, and I thought, there should be a clothing store for dogs called Forever 3. That's a math joke, because in dog years, that's 21. All right, you know what? Don't encourage me. Don't. So when we got JJ, they told us he was 4. And then we took him to the vet. And the vet's like, based on his teeth and his bones, he's at least 8. And I remember thinking, wow, they even lie about how old their dogs are in Hollywood. Are you from here? Is everybody from here? I live around the corner. I'm checking my ring. Actually, I butt dialed someone earlier. Yeah, I didn't even know my butt knew my passcode. Okay. So I myself am 56 for 2 years now. And I've been telling that joke for 5. I'm 57. I'm 57. I don't feel, I'm very immature, is what I'm trying to say, according to my pediatrician. But he's a boy. Some of these don't work. Now that I'm 58, I've been forgetting things like that I'm 59. Now when a guy is staring at my chest, I'm like, hey, buddy, they're down there. I used to want breasts, when you're little. I started wearing a bra when I was 11. I didn't need it until I was 20, but I would stuff my bra. So if you got to second base, you found that the bases were loaded. You guys, I am 60 years old. I need crepe erase and a walk-in tub and compression socks and a pickleball racket and a statement necklace from Chico's. I need hormones. My doctor said I could get hormones for my sex drive if I need it. And I'm like, at that point, I'm just going to take acting. But at 60, I finally love myself. Finally. I like myself. I can stand myself. Finally, at 61, I can stand myself in front of you. I'm 61. You know what? I do love myself now, but I wish that I didn't procrastinate as much as I do. I tend to procrastinate. Like I just did the ice bucket challenge. I don't know if you remember that back in the early 2000s. And I've been called gullible by 6 psychics. I've been called gullible. I'm not that gullible. I didn't buy crypto. I pretended to buy crypto, but I'm the opposite of psychic. I don't even know what I'm thinking half the time. But I have 2 superpowers. Here are my 2 superpowers. I see potential in everything, and that's one. And then the other one is I can usually tell when a man is undressing me with his hands. I can almost... So during the pandemic, I developed something called Amazonnesia. Anybody have that? That's when you get a box and you're like, I have no idea what I ordered. Let's open it. It's like Christmas. Hanukkah. I opened a box recently I wanted to order this weighted blanket, but I couldn't afford to ship it. But I opened this box. Somebody had sent me 6 huge coffee table books about minimalism, which I thought was hilarious because I'm already minimal. I don't even have a coffee table. Like I got minimal because somebody gave me a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Some of you have read that, I know. The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. My housekeeper gave that to me, but before she quit. You know, I have figured out the secret to cleaning. Yeah, poor vision. You don't care. So basically what the life-saving magic of tidying up tells you, don't buy it. I'm just telling you what it says. It says, get rid of everything in your house that you don't need and that doesn't bring you joy. So I threw away the book. But then it made so much sense. And I started getting rid of like so much stuff of my husband's. It's incredible. Like he's going to read comic books that he never read them, they're still in the sleeve. I met my husband online at Ralph's, and he was checking me out. And, you know, before I was married, I had to date I hated dating, and now I love it. But I dated this doctor, ear, nose, and throat, and ankles. And then he was one of those doctors without boundaries. He was very, he's probably here, but I didn't know how to break up with him, so I just ate an apple a day, and that seemed to work. Then I dated a musician, and he used to play his songs for me over the phone. He was incredible. He sounded like Bruce Springsteen. Then I found out he was just putting me on hold. Then I dated this guy. He wanted to have a long distance relation. Well, he told me to go to hell. So so I moved to LA. And then, no, I love it here. I love it here. This is the best. I love it here. And my husband's here. My husband is so funny. I got married later in life, you know, so the something old thing at the wedding was me. But he is so funny. My grandmother always says, the secret to a successful marriage is don't go to sleep angry. You've heard that, right? And she was awake since 1956. I think the secret to any relationship, friendship, coworker, is sense of humor. Do you share a sense of humor with that person? And nobody makes me laugh more than my husband does in bed. And he was looking for my G-spot. He asked if he could buy a vowel. I thought that he sexted me recently. He sent me a picture to turn me on. It was a picture of him emptying the dishwasher. They say you fall in love when you least expect it. Hopefully not at your wedding. That, no. But my husband and I, we have fun. We're very immature. We stay up all night eating Kit Kats, watching TV, playing doctor. And one time, no, never played doctor, but one time I did dress up for him as a nurse, because that was his fantasy, you know, that we had health coverage. The thing I love the most about my husband, though, is actually sleeping with him. Like, the sleeping part. I hate sleeping alone. In my 20s, I got a waterbed and I hired a lifeguard. But I love to sleep. I talk in my sleep too, according to my phone bill. But I do love to sleep. But I usually am up a couple of more hours than my husband. I'm watching Murder, She Wrote and Diagnosis Murder and Diagnosis Murder, She Wrote. And he's a sound sleeper. The sound is snoring, but but I'm there like, that's when my brain starts. I have like restless head syndrome or something. I start thinking things like, why can't I fall asleep? Why don't food trucks deliver? Did I buy too many Forever stamps? What does an oyster think the world is? I think about all the things I cut and forgot to paste. I think about how blood is thicker than water, but harder to get out. I think, why does half and half cost twice as much at Whole Foods? Who builds the IKEA stores? Why isn't there an 82-cent store for women, since that's what we make on the dollar? And isn't cobbler just fucked up pie? I also think about how I always forget to tell the audience how amazing and special they are. Thank you so much for listening to me. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next time.
Wendy Liebman.
Thank you.
That was awesome. So I have a 3-year-old grandson named Lennon. Big fan of Toy Story. He was over for the first night of Hanukkah, and he got what he really wanted. What he really wanted was a soft Woody. I said, Lennon, why do you want a soft Woody? He says, I've got a hard Woody at home, but my mom won't let me sleep with it. So, anyway, so he got his soft Woody. So with New Year's coming up, it's about time that I reviewed some of my resolutions from last year. I resolved to lose 10 pounds, and with the week left, I've only got 15 to go. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up our final comedian this evening. He's been on to the Tonight Show with Jay Leno 12 times. You may have also seen him alongside of Leo DiCaprio in some Hollywood movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Give a big hand to Ed Regine.
Hey, come on, one more time for all the ladies you saw tonight. Give it up for the ladies. Woohoo! Hello! I'm back there listening. What a great crowd you are. Now you're all looking at me thinking, oh my God, if Tony Bennett and Klinger from MASH could ever have a child, it would look like me. I'm excited to be here. I should tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the world's biggest idiot. Thank you. I know I am. Last week I was at McDonald's. I ordered from the value meal, you know, because my career is skyrocketing. And I ordered a hamburger, fry, and Coke. Came to $4.17. I look at my pocket. I got two $1 bills and a $100 bill. So I hand the kid the $100 bill, and he freaks out. He's like, I can't take that. I got to get the manager. So the manager comes over. He says, sir, we cannot take that bill because if it shows up in our receipts, we're all fired. He said, but do me a favor. Just take the food, no charge. Lunch is on McDonald's. And get this, it works at Wendy's, it works at Burger King. Little dining tip for you people, because I am an idiot. Just moved into my new condo. Nobody cares. Okay. I got a big problem. I'm not allowed to have a dog that weighs over 50 pounds, so my St. Bernard is really upset. I shaved him to make him look skinnier. Then I told the condo association he was a greyhound who just let himself go. My next door neighbor has a dog called a Basenji, which is a dog that's unable to bark. And I said to him, why do you get a dog like that? Here's what he said to me. Hey, he's a good watchdog. How does that work? There's a burglar in the living room. The dog comes into the bedroom and does this. I am an idiot. Last week I went horseback riding with some friends of mine. We're laughing, we're joking, we're having a wonderful time. Then out of nowhere, the manager of the Walmart comes out, unplugs the machine. Luckily, there was a helicopter close by. So. A couple of weeks ago, my horoscope said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I'm in the supermarket, I'm wheeling 12 shopping carts. I bought a mango, $1.99 for one mango. I get to the checkout, and the lady doesn't know what it is. She picks it up, she goes, excuse me, what is this? Now, folks, trust me, I believe honesty is the best policy, but sometimes something comes over me and things just shoot out of my mouth. Because I remember seeing peaches, 69 cents a pound. So I just looked at her and said, it's a peach. Here's what she said, kind of a funny looking peach. I said, well, that's why I'm buying it. I feel bad for it. So I'm leaving the supermarket. I pull out of the parking lot and go down the side street. There's a car parked there, and I kind of brushed against it. My car kind of scraped it a little bit. I totaled it is what I did. And you hit a car and there's no one around. Legally, your responsibility is to leave a note on the car you hit. How do you do that? Oh, wow. I just totaled this Jaguar. And not a soul around. I got to leave a note. Hey, how's it going, pal? Boy, I wish I could see the look on your face when you read this. Well, I'm out of here. Whee! So I'm pulling up on the ramp, right? I get up on the highway. I'm doing about 45, 50 miles an hour, and I notice something. I notice there's a ladybug out on my windshield. Now I get up on the highway and go a little faster, like 50, 55, and the ladybug is still there. Now I'm thinking to myself, I wonder how fast I'd have to go to blow her off. So I'm going, right, 60, 65, 70. Now the ladybug's showing off. She's like on three legs, like 90 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. I'm pulled over by a state trooper, and he's furious. He comes right up to the car. He's like, what's the hurry? I said, I was trying to get a ladybug off my windshield. Swear to God, here's what he said to me. Why didn't you put the wipers on? Because that's cheating. He said, I got to write you up. So he goes back to his car. As he does, the ladybug jumps from my windshield onto his. Then he comes back, he hands me the summons. He's like, okay, get out of here. I take off. A minute later, he comes flying by me 100 miles an hour. I'm like, you go, girl. Because I am an idiot. But I'm a happy idiot because I'm not alone. See, I know there's millions more out there. We might have a few right here in this room. Let me check. Anybody ever try to start your car while it was already running? Oh, look, we got them everywhere. And the car knows it, right? Because it makes that noise. You ever been in your car, stopped at a red light, there's a bus or a truck alongside of it, it starts rolling, and you swear you're going backwards? And you freak out people in the car like, what are you doing? I don't know. I can't stop. I don't know what the... Idiots. And not only do we do stupid things, we're constantly saying stupid things. It's amazing what comes out of people's mouths. Last week, my friend said this to me. He said, hey, I quit smoking cold turkey. What does that mean? I never had a guy say to me, you know, I stopped drinking frozen fish. Do you ever tell a guy he's wearing a nice suit or a sport jacket? What does he do every time? He'll open it up and show you the label. You ever notice that? It's like, hey, nice suit. Oh, you mean this here? Yeah, thanks a lot. You ever see a woman do that? Hey, nice skirt. Oh, you mean this thing here? Okay, once in a while, but not enough. Anyways, I come up with an idea to stop people from saying stupid things because I say it's out of control, and I say, here's how we do it. I say we all get up in the morning, and we get an allotment of 10 marbles. You know those little round things you play when you're a kid? You get 10 of them. And every time you say something stupid, you have to give one away. Then when you have no marbles left, you cannot say another word till the next day when you get 10 new ones. Thank you, one person. The rest of you thinking, I won't be able to get out of bed. Trust me, it's out of control. Last week, my friend said this to me. He said, hey, it looks like the sun's trying to come out. The sun's trying to come out? Like the sun's in the sky doing this? Well, the sun's not trying to come out. It's been out for 4 billion years. There's clouds in front of it. You're an idiot. Give me a marble. Do you ever have someone tell you something, then they do this? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? No, I can't see what you're saying. Can you hear what I'm seeing? Do you ever have someone tell you they're trying to think? That's got to be good for 3 marbles right there. I mean, how do you try to think? Doesn't it just happen? If you try to think, it would look like something, wouldn't it? You'd be like, hey, what time's the movie start? Idiots. watching TV, a bunch of idiots. I was watching Cops. You ever watch the show Cops? Yeah, there was a car chase, and the bad guys got out of their car, and they started running on foot. And the two cops got out of their car, and they started chasing them on foot, and they couldn't get anywhere near them. But the cameraman was 6 inches away from the guy. Somebody deputized the cameraman. Idiots. I was watching CNN there, this guy, Wolf Blitzer, on. You ever see this guy? Wolf Blitzer. I'm thinking, how do you name your kid Wolf? I would love to meet the rest of the family. That's my son, Wolf. It's my other son, Coyote. That's my daughter, Hyena, right over there. Idiots. And I don't care where you go, folks, what you do, you'll get information fed to you like an. I was in a department store, saw a warning label on a baby stroller said, remove baby before folding. You ever notice how they put the word ambulance backwards on the ambulance, so when you look in the rearview mirror, it's the right way? Do you think we're too stupid to figure out if it was the other way? Would we not know? Would people be driving going, honey, there's a big van behind us with flashing lights and sirens. What do you think that could be? I don't know, let me check. It's an eknulubma. Look at the guy back there. He's going, B. I bought some nasal mist, said in the bottle, insert nozzle in nostril and squeeze. Well, thank you. You know, because for years I was doing this. Did you ever see this one? May contain. Like they're not sure what's in there. Were there a couple of idiots at the factory going, hey, Vinny, did you put all that stuff in there? Hey, I don't remember. All right, just put may contain. Don't worry about it. Just... How about this one? Apply to affected area only. Like where else would I put it? Like, hey, man, what's that on your forehead? Oh, it's preparation H. I don't know. It didn't tell me where to put it. Idiots. I was packing to go on a trip. My friend's watching me with the suitcase where the two zippers meet. So I zip it up, and he goes, hey, where's your padlock? I said, I don't use those. He said, do what I do. I said, what? He said, I use those little twist ties. I'm thinking, boy, there's a crime deterrent right there. I can see a couple of bad guys at the airport going, hey, why don't we grab that bag over there? What are you, nuts? Can't you see it's got twist ties? We'd never get in there. Besides, they probably got all their jewelry in a Ziploc bag. Forget about it. And here's a true story. My friend just moved from New York to Phoenix, Arizona. He owns 2 parrots. He paid $600 in airline tickets to put the parrots on an airplane and fly them from New York to Phoenix. I say that's 6 marbles right there, folks. Well, come on, they're birds. Think of what he did. He paid to put birds on an airplane. How many of you would pay to take your fish on a cruise? A couple of people back there, all right. I thought I'd have some fun. I said, why don't you just have them follow the plane? He freaked out. He's like, oh, what if they got lost? Like they're parrots. They could ask for directions. Wouldn't you love to see that, a parrot flying a gas station? We're going to get to Phoenix. Idiots. So I'm originally from Los Angeles. Well, not originally. I just moved out of here. I moved to Vegas about 9 months ago. Lived here for 22 years, and I got to admit, there are idiots in L.A. Oh. There are people that pay $7 for a bottle of water because it comes from France. You know, Evian, Perrier, woohoo. I got my own French water. It comes from my kitchen faucet. Thank you for that applaud back there. And then when they meet you, they think you're too stupid to figure their name out, so they make a reference to it. Have you seen this? Happened to me last week when I got here. Guy's like, yeah, my name is Singer, Bill Singer, you know, like the sewing machine. Really? Well, my name is Head, Dickhead, like in you. So I mentioned flying. We're up and flying, 37,000 feet in there. I'm surrounded by idiots. Flying New York to L.A. nonstop. Halfway through the flight, guy sitting next to me, hadn't said a word. Finally leans over and says, so, you going to L.A.? No, I'm ejecting over Montana, you idiot. And the flight attendant, you know, I'm sitting in my seat, minding my own business. She comes down the aisle. She looks at me. She goes, sir, we're going to need your seat in the upright position for takeoff. Is that going to save me? We slamming a mountain at 500 miles an hour. Is this going to save my life? Am I going to hear on the news a plane with 166 passengers crashed upon takeoff? 165 people survived. One man was killed. Apparently his seat wasn't in the upright position. And they start the big speech. Today our captain is Captain John Dawson. Who cares? I don't know who that is. Put the plane down. I don't care. Get it down safe. I don't know who that is. Next time they do that, I'm going to freak the whole plane out and go, no, not Dawson! Ah! And she said, some of our flight is going to take place over water, so note that your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. Well, I got more news. I know the plane's going to hit the ocean at 500 miles an hour. I don't think anyone's going to want to use my seat cushion for a flotation device. Pretty much at that point, it's a Huggies. I'm sitting in my seat. Here she comes again. Walks by me, looks at me, and goes, trash. Hey, you don't know me. That's why you notice at some point during the flight, you see the flight attendants go sit in the back of the plane, and they never say another word. You know why? They're out of marbles. And the pilots, they're my heroes. I love the pilots. But do you ever have a pilot do this? From the cockpit, this your captain speaking. Where else should he be? Am I going to get on someday and hear this? This your captain. Guess where I am? And for a while there, the pilots are carrying stun guns. And they're trying to get the real guns. I say, take the real guns and give the stun guns to the flight attendants. You know, you get that little kid that's been screaming for 2.5 hours. Just have the flight attendant go over. Let me see if I could settle him a little down a little bit. Maybe I could just... Oh, look, he's sleeping now. Idiots. So I'm married. Sorry, ladies. My wife's great, but she loses marbles constantly. Loves to go to the movies. Won't pay the money for the popcorn. We'll bring our own, which sucks because I got to carry the microwave, the extension cord. She wanted a new vacuum cleaner. I took her to Best Buy. I'm like, here's one over here. She goes, no, I want one with a headlight. I'm like, what do you need a headlight for? She said, what if I'm vacuuming at night and the power goes out? All of them. All of them. She said, I was working, this is a true story. I was working in Boston, right? And we took a day trip to Plymouth Rock. Anybody been there? Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so we go to Plymouth Rock, right? First time there, I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for this ginormous rock, and I can't find it anywhere. And I got this look on my face, you know? And the guy's like, there was a guy over there. He said, no, it's down there. And I'm like, oh. And she said, now what's wrong? I said, I don't know. You know when you expect to see something for the first time, you think it's going to be really big, and you see it, and it's really little? You know what she said? Welcome to my world. I'm like, stay with the group, okay? So we got in a little skirmish over that, kind of a full-blown argument is what it was. So I got really mad. I said, do you even know what the word wife means? She said, yes, with idiot forever. She pulls stuff on me like that all the time, you know. It's amazing what she does. We went to a girlfriend's house, right? She said, oh, here's what's going to happen. We're going to go to our girlfriend's house. It's her birthday on Sunday. We're going there Saturday. We're going to have dinner and then celebrate her birthday on Sunday. So we drive up there, sitting around the dinner table, and the lady in the house says, excuse me, can any of you help me? I got these deer that come on my property and they eat my roses. My wife jumps in. I know what to do. I'm like, be quiet. She goes, no, I read this. You put human hair on it. So she convinces all of us to cut a little bit of our hair off. We go outside and we sprinkle it on the roses. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm woke out of a dead sleep. All I could hear was... couple of weeks ago, we're in bed, 10 o'clock at night. She rolls over. She says, I can't sleep. I said, what's the problem? She says, I don't know. I feel like I want to make love till the sun comes up. So I grabbed my phone. I hit the weather app. It said sunrise, 6:47. I said, all right, set the alarm for 6:45. I almost made it. She got a girlfriend, just turned 50 years old, got her first tattoo. Got a tattoo of a hummingbird on her butt. My wife's all excited. Pearl got a tattoo of a hummingbird on her butt. What do you think of that? I said, I think in 20 years it'll be a condor. That's what I think. Maybe 30 years a pterodactyl. Who cares? I don't know. She gets these women's magazines to make the bedroom more fun. You know, we got them all spread on the coffee table, and she's getting ready, and I'm on the couch, and I'm thumbing through, and I saw an article that freaked me out. I'm like, hey, did you see this? She goes, no, what is it? And I said, look, it says right here. The wife gets the husband in the mood, and then when he's all excited, they take onion rings and play ring toss. I'm like, you want to give that a shot? She's like, all right. So she goes into the kitchen, comes back in the bedroom with a box of Cheerios, and I was just... Go ahead and laugh. I broke two, all right? Got to be careful, guys. No, you got to be careful, you know? Because guys, they'll do anything for sex. You know that, right, Mate? Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Women, there's a line. You got to draw that line, you know? Like if a guy said to a woman, honey, here's what I want to do. I want to tie you to the bed and take Crisco and spread it all over your body. And she's like, are you crazy? You're not doing that to me. But if she said to him, hey, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take these nipple clamps and hook them up to my car battery. And then I'm going to take some pancake batter, put it on your penis, and make a corn dog. And you know what the guy will do? He goes, yeah, we can do that. No problem. Be careful, ladies. You'll be in a bar sometime, you'll see a guy have all this stuff on that they're selling on TV now. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They have this Insta Slim t-shirt that makes your stomach flat. Then they have these Max Talls at 4 inches. Put them in your shoes, you're 4 inches taller. Then they have this Topics that you can spray on your head and make it look like you have a whole head of hair. Ladies, you got to be careful, because you're going to see a guy with all that stuff on, and you're going to think, wow, this guy is so hot. This guy is like Hugh Jackman. You take him back to your place. He takes everything off. Danny DeVito, right there. Be careful, ladies. Did you know this? People on death row are put on a suicide watch. I say we need suicide encouragement. Get rid of them. 30, 40 years on death row. I say have ropes hanging from the ceiling. Table of fine cutlery. My wife. I'm always in trouble with my wife. I saw this old commercial. You might have seen it, where M&M's melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, right? So I'm thinking, how do they do that? How do they melt in your mouth but not in your hand? How do they know that? So I was out to prove something about how they knew how to do that. So I figured I'm going to take some and put them in warm places they never been before. I took some and put them between my toes. They didn't melt. Then I put some under my arm, and they still didn't melt. Then I grabbed a handful and put them down my crotch. That blew their mind. Next day, my wife was doing the laundry. She held up my underwear. She said, look, I know what these brown stains are. You want to explain these green and orange ones? So I dated before I was married. Got to wear the condoms, right, guys? I actually bought some, came with directions on the pack. Said on my pack, don't ever reuse a condom. I'm thinking, oh. You know, because for years I was just rinsing mine out and hanging them on the line. I got 3 or 4 of them up there. Neighbors looking out. Boy, Ed had a good week. Holy shit. And one time, after we were married, just for fun, I bought the glow-in-the-dark condoms. I put one on. I immediately became Darth Vader. I'm walking around the bedroom. Bring me the princess. Make sure she has onion rings. My wife came out of the bathroom. She's like, oh, there's a firefly in the house. You guys are a great crowd. Oh, man. Okay. So I watch a lot of TV. I was watching the Discovery Channel. You ever watch that? You ever watch Animal Planet? I was watching Animal Planet. Narrator said this. The anteater is 6 feet long. However, his mouth is only a ½ inch wide. I'm thinking maybe he's sick of eating ants, but that's all he can fit in his mouth. Maybe he'd like a nice 3-4 inch plump juicy beetle, but he can't fit it. Maybe the beetle knows that. You know, you walk by the anteater teasing him. Hey, man, don't you wish you could have some of this? Then you see the anteater all aggravated. You're such an asshole, man. I hate you. So watch this show, and rodents had the world's largest rodent, a capybara, 4 feet long, 200 pounds. I'm thinking, what fun if I could ever get my hands on one of these. You know, call up a pest control company. Guy shows up. Yeah, what can I do for you? I don't know. I think I got a mouse down in my basement. He hits down those stairs. I hit that deadbolt. Fun for hours right there, folks. I was watching Shark Week. Narrator said this. If you're attacked by a great white shark, tap him on the nose. Can you see that working? 5,000 pounds of eating machine coming at you at 40 miles an hour. And you try this. Excuse me. I'm swimming here. Can you see the shark? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking to myself, how do they know? How do they know that tapping them on the nose is going to work? How did they figure that out? What kind of science did they use? See, to me, I think it was just lucky trial and error. I think they had a great white shark in a tank, a bunch of guys in bathing suits. Okay, Phil, come here. Yeah, you're going in first. Okay, Phil, now you get in there and the shark's coming at you. All you got to do is pinch his fin. Okay, Bob, you're next. Idiots. And I've been traveling all over the world. I've been traveling everywhere. Oh, okay. I just got we got to go here. We got to go, folks. A few minutes. How many don't care? So I've been traveling around a lot. I was on a cruise. Anybody been on a cruise? Yeah. Great itinerary. I swam with the dolphins. Yeah, I love the dolphins. Anybody swim with the dolphins? It was great. My dolphin kissed me. Came out of the water. Ooh, and then he kissed me. But then he got weird. Because you know how they come out of the water, they do that backup thing? Mine did it coming at me. Then we went to St. Martin, half Dutch, half French. You been there? Yeah, on the French side, they have a nude beach. Did you know that? I didn't know. My friends are like, hey, we got to go check it out. So I go down there, and I'm walking among these people, and I realized something after a while. I realized not everyone should be allowed to take all their clothes off. They should have a rule. If anything but the bottom of your feet is touching the sand, you're not allowed to take all your clothes off. Then you got the old guys with gravity setting in, right? They're walking down the beach and knocking over sand castles. Did you ever notice the hairy guys at the beach? Of course not. You think they're shrubs. You'll be walking down the beach. Hey, honey, look. Someone left a gold chain on that bush. And not just the guys, some of the gals, too. We had one gal, kind of a full-figured gal, if you get my point. She was wearing a fishnet bathing suit, and she was snorkeling. Some guy had a couple of drinks. He came out of the water. He's like, There's a manatee trapped in a fish net. Somebody put lipstick on it. I got stung by a jellyfish. A little jellyfish stung me right over here. I came out of the water. Someone yelled something really strange I should do. Anybody know? Exactly. Pee on it. I didn't know that. I'm like, hey, I'm stung by a jellyfish. Guy yells out, pee on it. Folks, it's over here. So now I got to figure arc, trajectory, angle, wind resistance. Then I'm thinking maybe if I just go straight up and run under it. Nothing works. So finally I'm in the men's room. I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you do me a big favor? Hey, come back here. Oh, and if you go to the beach, you'll notice, I don't know if you guys notice this, but a lot of the men now are shaving everything. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You see it, right? They're shaving their chests, they're shaving their arms, they're shaving under their arms, they're shaving their legs, they're shaving everything. And women, you've been shaving everything for years. And not all women are beautiful everywhere. You know, you got an ugly house, you put a bush in front of it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I hit too close to home on that one. Oh. All right, we got to get out of here. Before I go, and I will. I got to tell you. Oh, I got to tell you this. You know, I don't know if Wendy did it. Maybe she did something like that. But I have a lot of these questions unanswered too, and I call them I want to knows. Did she do some of those? Yeah, I got some of myself. You know. For example, I want to know if you take a zebra and drag him across a price scanner, what would happen? I want to know if a group of Native Americans show up at a restaurant and they're asked if they have a reservation. What do they say? I want to know if a cannibal is on death row for his last meal. Can he order the warden? I want to know if you can make a cow laugh. Would milk come out of its nose? I wrote a pamphlet of these. I want to know. I wrote about 300 of them, and I don't sell them at my shows. I used to sell them at my shows, and my friends all knew I wrote it, you know, and they would ask me from time to time, hey, give me an I want to know. This happened to me a couple of days ago. A friend called me up. Hey, give me that. I said, okay. I said, I got one for you. Why is it when sheep get wet, they don't shrink? Here's what he said. I don't think they shrink. I think they rust. No, I should have quit there, right? Should have quit, but I pursued. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, I think that's where steel wool comes from. If you were here, I would take all of them. Someone mentioned Virgin Airlines. I have a question. Is it possible to fly Virgin Airlines more than once? And I want to know these things for a reason, folks, and I'll tell you what it is. I believe you can learn something new every day. Anybody with me on this? I hope we learned something here tonight. Anybody want to venture a guess on what we might have learned here tonight? What? My message is we're all idiots, but that's a good thing, not a bad thing. No, it's a compliment, not a put down, because idiots of the world make life fun. We make it interesting, make things happen. If everyone was perfect and no one ever messed up, life would be so boring you wouldn't even want to be here. Think about it. You're having a bad day. What better way to cheer up than see someone trip and fall for no reason? You could be the lowest low you've ever been in your life, and you would snap out of it like this if you saw someone spit out their car window while it was closed. I do believe you can learn something. I think it's a great expression, but there's some expressions I don't understand, like I don't get this one. Without further ado. What if I want more ado? Can I just ask for it? And now, without further ado, excuse me, I want more ado. How about this one? Wild horses couldn't keep me away. Yes, they could. How about this one? I'll be there with bells on. Yeah, you're going to look like a fairy. You know that, right? How about this one? Add insult to injury. What is that? And you're ugly, too. Oh, man. Well, before I go, I will tell you what's really bugging me now. It's these prescription drug ads on TV with the wacky side effects. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you've seen them, right? May cause sudden death. I do want to get rid of this headache. There's a product that they call Tamiflu to get rid of the flu. 2 side effects, dizziness and vomiting. I'm no doctor, but isn't that the flu? People are taking Botox now. Botox has a side effect, muscle failure. What is that like? Hey, man, you look great. How long have you been taking the Botox? About 6 weeks. Yeah, look, it's so smooth. The chicks love it. Adrienne, it's so smooth. Even Viagra has a side effect, loss of vision. Can you see some guy naked with an erection walking around his bedroom going, Marco? His wife's under the bed, Polo. Now there's Cialis. Now this is the new one. This is the new Cialis, not the one with the bathtub in the woods. This is the one that can happen with an accidental touch, and it's ready whenever you are. And I heard that, and I'm thinking, you know, I got to give this a shot. So I tried it, and you know what? It worked. My wife was bending over the freezer to get some vegetables. I brushed by her. I got excited that quick, and boom, I nailed her right there. Yeah, and she got really pissed off because we can't go back to our local supermarket anymore. And I read this in the paper. I'm not even making this up. There was a couple that were trying to have a baby, and they couldn't. So the husband started taking this product called Levitra, and they got pregnant. They had a baby girl, and they were so excited, they named her Levitra. Isn't that weird? That is so weird. In fact, I was telling my son Heineken, I thought, hey, you guys have been great. Have a great night. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
Ed Regine. Ed Regine. Thanks, Ed. And please keep it going for Dana Eagle, Kira Soltanovich, and Wendy Liebman. And also yourself, the audience here and at home, thank you very much for coming. We do this to raise funds for the synagogue, and in these 18 months, we did the accounting, the acts were going on, and we have raised more than $75.13.
It's more than we budgeted for.
I know, this is great, so thank you very much. That's our show.